Hello and welcome everyone here for round 17 of the OSRL F1 in Japan. It's Suzuka. We're here for another exciting race in Tier 1. After we've had the Russian Grand Prix last week with a lot of things going on there, with the safety car coming out in the last few laps. Then the rain was coming. We saw Louis spinning in the rain, throwing the win away. I think behind that two guys went into the pits because they spun or something. There was one of the Toro Rosso spinning around. It was Ranches who's out of the session in qualifying, and that's a big crash. He lost his whole right suspension. That's really bad for the Toro Rosso, but I don't know what happened, but he really went off big time into the wall. It really looked like it was a heavy crash. I mean, I really want to know what happened there. It was definitely a weird one, because you could not see it. There is the one McLaren really close to the Alfa Romeo, going onto their laps. With Martin making his comeback today in the McLaren. He looks to get some points today. See, he has improved since the last time he raced in T1. Going through the S's, I think it really looks like he improved. When he spins it around, just as I said it, he made a mistake, but the S's are really hard to take. To just get him right and get a good lap in. I think the first guy to set a lap should be... I think, who is the guy behind it? I think it's Shadow. No, it's not Shadow, it's Kühnen's outlap. I think one of the Red Bulls should be the first guy, as Alaba is still struggling to get back onto the track. Should be Stuyven, who's coming down into the final corners. Now come through turn 15. As he said, it's a 1:30.0. We have another yellow flag. I think that was... yeah, Alaba's going through the grass again. And the best start for him, as Martin sets the fastest lap. Beaufort was 1-2 right now. And Michael with a really bad lap, as Jonas gets the pole position. And Lewis takes it away from him, right as I said it. But last season we saw myself winning the race in front of Jonas. I think in front of Sergio, and then Jonas finished third. I mean, it was one of the last chances for Jonas to get back into the title race, but due to me winning, he wasn't able to get back in it, and Sergio won the title, as we all know. Now see the last guys coming through the last sector. And there is Trains putting himself into a pretty great lap by the AlphaTauri, or in this game still Toro Rosso driver. It's definitely a good lap. Theo coming down through the last corner, and we all know that the bump is really heavy in that corner. He puts himself onto P2. I mean, he's really been fast, but sometimes he's been unfair on the track. A bit too aggressive. So we have Green putting himself onto P2. Both the guys that have been signed to our league race esports team. So far, not announced yet, but it will be announced later today. After this race, I think. Currently 6 minutes done. And the qualifying. And yeah, we've got Lewis in P1, Kühn in P2. Kazai on his outlap right now. With Shadow on his Shadow coming out of the pits right now. Shadow definitely one of the most surprising guys so far this season. Last week he got P3 in Russia. With Kühn winning, it was the first Haas 1-2 ever in the OSRL. We've had, I think it was Martin coming in P3, then Kazai in P4. And we have everyone at the back of the grid coming out of the pits right now. Philippe Suma's still in the pits, not coming out. Philippe, P16 right now without a lap. But I don't know what happened to Michael on his lap. He definitely needs to improve. 139.9, definitely not good. Alex, 132.0, also not good. Because I letting Shadow get past, as he really wants that free track. But there's one of the Ferraris coming out. It is Jonas. Let's hope that he won't be in the way for Kazai on his lap. He's now starting his first lap to qualifying race. And there's next guy in front of Kazai. Ooh, Kazai nearly spins, but he can keep it on the track. That definitely cost him some time. But it really looks so smooth how he's going through the S's and nearly loses it again. I mean, Suzuka's really very hard track to take, but it's old. The lap is invalid. So, Kazai with that invalid lap, they're trying to get back into the rhythm. They're trying to get the lap to the end. Don't know if he will start from the back or not. As there's Philippe letting Drips get past. Philippe also one of the guys that impressed me the most so far this season. Really having some good races. He's now coming onto lap 2, Kazai so far behind. Shadow currently with the fastest first sector. Purple middle first sector. Now he's looking to get back up there to his teammate Kuhn. We have Alaba, Kazai, Shadow, Philippe, Suma and Rips not with a lap yet. Jonas, the next guy to start this lap. He's currently in P4. And we've got Shadow still with a good lap. It's really looking good for the Haas driver. Sector 2 is not purple for him. 112.9 so far. But I think he will put himself up into the top 5 place. Should be close to Jonas and Facteo. Over the bump it is a 129.7. I think the last sector wasn't really good of him. He lost some time there. And that only puts him in P7. 4 times behind Martin. It's Calvin, next guy to come onto his lap. Philippe on his lap. This guy to try and get everything to the maximum. His lap it will be a 129.4. Puts him in front of Shadow. Drips not validated his lap, but he's going onto another lap right now. As I think Jonas was on his lap. Oh, it was Alex. I nearly thought it was Jonas, but it was Alex who spun the car into the gravel. Jonas 4 tenths up on his time. Will he get P1 for the moment? There is a Renault in the gravel. Did he touch with the other Ferrari? I don't know. But both the guys in the gravel. Jonas now getting over the line. It will be a 128.2. Great lap by the Ferrari driver. But Lewis invalidated his lap, so Jonas will keep the pole for the moment. As we have Kuhn on his lap, the next guy to attack him. Facteo also faster right now. He could also get up there to P1. I mean, he's really been impressing off the pace so far, but in the race he was really defending hard in Singapore, getting a big penalty. But in Russia he was leading for a long time in the race, but then he got the safety car ruined his race, and he looks to take P1 or P2 right now. He will take it will be P2. It's close. 3 thousandths of a second behind Jonas, but Jonas still staying in that P1 spot. Lewis in the pits. Kuhn on his lap, not really faster right now, only 6 tenths of a second, but he could maybe get Lewis on this lap. With Prince also 2 tenths up on his time, but he made a mistake, I think. The CRS is out. As Drips puts himself onto P6. Martin in P7, not on a fast lap right now. Suma, who has been really fast this season, only in P13 right now, 131.1. Definitely not the best one, as Kuhn sets the pole. He had himself a great last sector there. Well, really great, 128.2, 2.8. Really close to Jonas, but every little mistake can cost you some time here. If you get something right, we'll give you some time too. So, everyone get and the other guys pass here. We love gaming on a lap right now in P12. Second Alfa Romeo. Coming through the S's. Curious to see what his first sector will be like. So it didn't look that fast compared to the other guys at the top. But he has 4 tenths up, would put him into P10 right now. It's Michael putting himself into P10, 129.7. And the field is really close. 1.5 seconds between P11 and P1. P10 and P1. Top, we have 3 guys. Not even 1/10. We're separated by 1/10 between those guys. So that's definitely a great thing to see. You're not on a lap right now. Alex, 2 seconds up. I mean, I think that was just a glitch from the last lap or so. Because there's no way he was that fast. Well, okay, still 6 tenths up. That would put him into P9 at the moment. Could he even get Philippe in P8? It really depends on how he will get through the last 2 corners. He gets down. Doesn't really take the bump with him. It will be P8. Puts himself in front of Philippe, but it does not. It isn't enough for Martin. Alex still on his lap, but it wasn't his lap, to be honest. Coming into the pits with 4 minutes left. These guys need to try to get another run. Luis on his lap. He will try to get back up into the top 3. As he's got the fastest middle sector, but only 1/10 of a second up on his time so far. And he also abbreviates his lap, and I don't think he will be able to. It will be really close to get another lap in for the Alfa Romeo driver. And we currently only got Wheel of Gaming out on the track. And he's not on the fast lap. The other guy, Steban, on his out lap. And everyone else is in the pits. Also on his outlap right now, but we see a lot of guys coming out of the pits right now. We have Jonas on his outlap, we have Prince on his outlap, we have Facteo on his outlap, and we also have Calvin on his outlap. All guys coming out of the pits right now. There is one of the Alfa Romeos coming out, I think. We really have a lot of guys coming out now. We really need to find some space on the track, because otherwise it won't be enough for them to stay on the track. It will definitely be hard to watch now. So guys, Ivan, first guy to get on the lap, but there are Shadow and I think it is Suma. No, it's Kazai on their outlaps when they're coming off the pits. But they're making place for the Red Bull, who's coming at full speed. And then we've got Alex, Modstall, and Kuhn behind that. We've got Luis, I think. Yeah, we've got Luis behind that. We've got Suma, and I think it is Drips who's coming out of the pits. And it will be really close for them. The guys that are still standing in the pits with Alaba, and I think it is Franchise. They won't be able to. Oh no, Franchise was out of the of the session, I think. Yeah, that, so they will be able to get something in. But Alaba won't be trying to get another lap in. At least that's what it looks like. And there are a lot of drivers next to each other right now on the track, as you can see in Sector 2. I think there are like 6 drivers next to each other right now. Only both Mercedes can catch up. Esteban on the softs. Everyone's starting on the softs right now. And Esteban is 7/10 up on his time. That would put him into P8 right behind his teammate. Last corner. I'm trying to get invalid laps here. Comes over the bump, really getting close to the barriers, but it will be a 1:29.3 that puts him into P9. Looked like a great lap, but it's P9. He retires from the session. He can do that, he's not too far away from the guys. And Kuhn now coming onto his lap. There are still a lot of guys on their out lap, so I really hope that they will all be able to get over the line in time. The last guy on his lap is, I think, it is Suma who will go onto his lap. Philippe currently 4/10 up on his time. That would put him into P5 in front of Prince. Still got ERS left, but he comes over the line. It will be P5. As I said, 3/10 behind Luis. Alaba won't be trying to get another lap, as the one Renault went off. It was Calvin running wide. Behind it, we've got Facteo, the first guy of the fastest guys, setting his lap. We have Prince putting himself into P5 again. Facteo, he wasn't faster on his lap. We have Jonas going into the pits, not trying to get another shot at a lap. Queen is currently up on his time. Luis is up on his time. It will be a battle for the pole between Luis and Kuhn. Next guy to settle lap will be Alex in P14 right now. He's not faster, but he invalidated. Ooh, there was Kuhn making a mistake. He's out of the session. He's in the wall. And I really want to see what happened to him. He went into the wall. And he lost it. Or did he just retire? I didn't see it, but Lewis is looking to take the pole. He is up. He will maybe do 1:27.9. He comes over the line. It will be a 1. It's a 1:27.8. Great lap by the Alfa Romeo driver that puts him into pole position. But now Kazai, the only guy that could beat him, but he abbreviates his lap and he won't be trying to get one. It still puts him into P15. Suma and Alaba not having great laps. Suma not getting better on his lap. Drips is not faster, and that is the qualifying done. And I think that's really great to see that Luis is just getting better and better without traction control in P1. He's really been driving great the last time. Even with the conditions changing in Russia and him spinning out of the race, it wasn't. I think sometimes it has to happen to just get better. We have some better races in the next race, so because if you don't make mistakes, you can't learn from them. So I think he's been just doing good so far without traction control, and that's good. As you can see, the final qualifying order again. We've got Lewis 3/10 in front of Queen. It was really a really great lap. I mean, Queen crashed on his last lap, so he could have improved, but I don't think he would have beat Lewis in the end. We've got Jonas in P3. Finished in P3 last year. I think he qualified in P1, if I'm not wrong, last season. I think he qualified in P1, but got a 5-place grid penalty in qualifying. Then we've got Facteo in P4, Prince in P5, Philippe in P6, and Martin in P7. These guys have some bad memories from Facteo after the Singapore Grand Prix, because they were all stuck behind him after he really was defending for his life. But last week, Facteo really showed that he learned from this, and Yeah, there's definitely one thing to look at. It really looks cloudy coming in to the race. Maybe we would see some rain in this race. I don't know. I haven't heard from the drivers. I don't think they have said anything about rain coming at some point. But so far, it looks like the rain there won't be any rain, even though the clouds are looking very dark. It could be a sign for rain, possibly. Maybe there will be some unexpected rain in the race, and that would really put the strategy for all of these guys aside. I think some guys want to do soft hard, some guys want to do soft, medium soft. But we'll see what the guys are deciding on. I mean, we can look at the tires, and that would shows us that nearly everyone is starting on the softs except for Franchise, Suma, and Shadow. Shadow in P11. Starting on the mediums, he definitely wants to try something different. But I think he will lose a lot of positions in the first laps. We have Suma, one of the drivers that really showed some great races this season. That I didn't expect to be up in I think it's 6. It's P5 in the championship. I didn't expect to see him up there, but he's been doing great so far. And he spins it on the outlap. I was praising him a lot today, but it's definitely not his best race so far today. Definitely has a lot of problems on the track so far. Only P16 in qualifying, and now spinning out on the outlap on the formation lap. Now, to the guys that are still in the stream right now, comment your predictions in the chat, since I would really want to know your thoughts on who's going to be the winner of the Japanese Grand Prix. Yes, we've got a lot of talented drivers today on this track. I think we've got like 5 drivers that could win the race. I think Kazai could make a comeback from P15 today, because he made these comebacks a lot of times this season. Of course, we've got Lewis on pole. Ooh, there was Jonas going onto the grass, making a mistake on the formation lap. But of course, we've got Lewis, who's been really dominant in the last few races. He's been driving great, even with the mistake in Russia. But I think that's really, he's been driving good without traction control. I think just switching from medium traction control, if you've been driving for a long time on that, and going on to no traction control, I think that's really one of the hardest switches to make in F1. And Suma has left the session after all these things. He's out, and yeah, okay. Suma's still in it, so that's good to see, but we're just waiting for the start. Right now the 5 laps are coming on, but we're now waiting for the drivers to start this race. There is the I have Suma starting again. It's the same bug that Wagner had at once, but it's lights out, and away we go, and there's a start crash. Queen, Jonas, and I think it's Facteo who crashed at the start. There surely has to be a safety car. Alaba gets his penalty. Michael is involved. There are a lot of people involved. Kazai is involved. There's a virtual safety car coming out. We've got a lot of guys with damage. We've got Suma in P. Suma's bot got him up into P1. And he stayed there. We've got Luis in P2, Philippe in P3, Martin in P4, Drips in P5. We've got Prince dropping down 1 place. Of course, we've got Jonas. I think he got damaged on his end plate. I'm not sure. Oh no, Jonas didn't get damaged. But I'm not sure what happened there. Someone's letting everyone get past. Shadow got a 5-second penalty because of collision with Jonas under the VSC. Because Suma let everyone get past. Suma dropped down into last place to let everyone get past again, I think. I think that's a fair thing to do from him. Just letting everyone get past. There's a yellow flag, and it was It was Franchise who spun around. He crashed on the first lap in qualifying on his out lap, and now he looks to be far behind, spinning in turn. It is turn 13 where he spun. Jonas gets a 3-second penalty from multiple warnings. They're really fighting close here. Drips wheel of game and Prince. Louis sets the fastest lap, really being dominant from the start, and there's Calvin with Alaba going into the gravel. Calvin's letting everyone get past right now. Queen into the pits. It's really a weird start to this race with after that start crash coming into turn 1, and Calvin gets the 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, even though he tried to do everything against it, and he now has to wait for Facteo, who's also in the pits. Ooh, that's definitely not a good sign, as Queen is going onto the softs again, as Lewis runs wide, but he is currently controlling the race. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't know who it was, but there's Alex. No, it's Jonas spinning away. Jonas has lost it. The Ferrari driver losing it. Ooh, Alaba nearly has to go into the grass because Jonas was ghosting. There was nearly a big crash, and Jonas has lost some bits of his front wing in one of the most deadly corners on the track. We all know that turn 7 is definitely one of the most challenging corners on this track, because if you touch the curb, you can easily spin it. If you touch the inside curb, and if you run wide, you're in the gravel and you're out. We've got Lewis in P1, Martin in P2, Philippe in P3, Drips in P4. The weird thing, as Shadow is dropping down the order, Shadow made a mistake. He touched with Steiben. There's everyone getting these places. Ooh, I'm really curious to see what happened there. Alaba running over the chicane. Jonas coming into the pits this lap, I think. Yeah, he decides to come into the pits. Let's see where he will come out of the pits again. We have Alex still fighting hard there. There's a yellow flag in. There, Lewis has, I think Lewis has spun it. Lewis has spun the car. Lewis has spun the car in turn 9, and he has lost P1. He's down into P6. He did not get damaged, but that's just, he's still not 100% confident on without traction control. And Japan is definitely a hard track to do without traction control. The sector 2 and all these things, they can easily spin if you go onto the throttle too quick. As we've got Kazai already up into P8. There's a yellow flag in sector 2 again, and it's Jonas, I think. Yeah, Jonas made another mistake in same corner that Luis made a mistake. Ooh, that's definitely not good to see. Jonas did not get damaged, but he's losing time to the guys in front. As Styling gets past Luis into turn 1, Luis is struggling. He tries to get him back. There's another yellow flag in sector 2. I don't know who it was, but I don't think there was really anyone involved with something. Kuhn sets the fastest lap of the race. We've got Modstall in front of Philippe. Behind that we've got Drips, Prince, and Wheel of Game here. It's definitely a weird order. As we've got these 4 guys fighting here. Luis, Kazai, and Alex. And Shadow also really close to them. Guys at the back are not really so well so far. Facteo 10 seconds behind the guys in front. There's really a big gap after P10. As Luis wants to attack Simon around the outside in 130. R will get the move Ooh, it's really close, but he goes down the inside in the last corner and he got the move done on Stuyven. Great move by the Alfa Romeo driver. He got himself up into P6 again. But now, of course, Stuyven could attack him, but Lewis got the DRS and Lewis is ghosting. Ooh, and there's Kazai going into the wall. Because they're ghosting. Kazai got damaged, but they were ghosting for everyone. They were really ghosting for everyone. No, I saw it, but that's really weird. Because Kazai was ghosting for Stuyven and Lewis was ghosting for me. Because I got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings with the damage too. And Philippe is really closing in on Martin. Philippe is closing in and Drips is also getting into the DRS now. Martin is not getting quicker, but Philippe has been impressing me so far. Staying out of trouble and getting up back into P2. He looks to win his first OSRL race today. And I think it is possible for him if he can keep up. With Kazai having damage, Louis not really. The trouble is Philippe going around the outside into turn 1. Ooh, he nearly made the move stick. But he's really close as Martin is struggling. Into turn 2, but Martin is staying in P1 for at least this lap. Kazai in the pits. As I hear that Martin got a 5-second penalty in P1. So when he gets in the pits, he will serve it, and then Philippe will definitely be P1. There's still some time. Got first 7 laps done when they get over the line this lap. As Kazai is dropping down to P15 as he comes out of the pits, and Michael is really coming close to him. Ooh, Jonas Neely spins it on, coming down to the start-finish line, but that's really one of the most unrealistic corners in this game. Because it really doesn't make any sense due to that bump is just so unrealistic, and I think the Codemaster should definitely look at that next year. Stuyven got a 3-second penalty. And Strips and Philippe are really coming close to Martin for the fight for P1. As Strips gets onto the grass, loses some time there. As Philippe now, he's not close enough behind Martin to attack him. He surely is not close enough yet. After he tried to go around the outside last lap, it won't be enough for him this lap. But I think if Philippe finishes in top 3, it will be his first podium ever in the OSRL. As Prains is closing in on Drips now. So far we have a really new podium as Drips makes a mistake coming onto the gravel. Prains has to get past him, but he does get past him up into P3. Winter's Prains getting a 3-second penalty as he's also ghosting. I think that's really a Bugmaster thing today again. This is right behind him. Philippe is losing some time to Martin. He's really coming. He's really pulling away. We've got Luis in P6. Yeah, it's some team orders here as Luis nearly comes onto the grass. But there's definitely some team orders as Wheel of Game who will now stay behind him. Drips is right behind Prains. He's waiting for that DRS on the start finish straight. But now with the slipstream, Prains is gaining on Philippe. Philippe made a mistake, I think, in the last sector. He lost some time. He's out of the DRS, and Prains is right at the back of him. Now he will be able to attack him with the DRS on. Coming down into the last corner, he will be opening it now. Yeah, he will get Philippe around the outside into turn 1. He has got Philippe going down into turn 1. It is Prince up into P2. We've got Wheel of Gaming in the pits. Yeah, he didn't want to hold his teammate up. He's now coming in. He will go onto the mediums, and I don't think he will make it to the end. I'm not sure how long these mediums will go as Kazai gets past Facteo. But we've got Philippe losing his place to Drips, and Philippe has lost the car. Philippe looking good in this race, and then he loses it. Going through the grass, Alaba got a penalty, and Luis is up. Luis is going through the gravel. Luis was going through the gravel, but Luis in P4, Philippe in P5. We have got Franchise in P12 right behind Alaba, who's spinning out. Alaba has been doing great so far after the start collision that he had. It's really been surprising how good he's been so far. Let's everyone get past him. But he has spun around, he lost some places that put Franchise in P11. Was right behind him. Ivan is really right behind Philippe, who has got damage. He's going through the gravel, and there is Alaba spinning away again. I'm wondering, but Philippe has got damage. Philippe is having problems. Philippe is really not getting that. Jonas gets another penalty in P16 as Calvin gets Alaba, and Kazai has also spun around. Out of the hairpin, he has lost it, I think. I don't know, maybe I don't think the Renault was close enough. I really need to look at it again, but I'm sure there was nothing. There was a yellow flag in sector 2. I don't know who it was. I think it was Alaba again. There's Luis and Philippe both in the pits. Don't know if Luis had to change his front wing, but Luis coming out in P11 right behind Kuhn, who still has to pit at least once in this race. I have Prince really closing in on Martin. Monster in P1. And we've got the Norwegian driver in P1 and the Danish driver in P2. It will be a full Scandinavian battle. For P1 right behind him we've got Drips. Behind that we've got Simon, who's already up into P4 again, but he has to stop again. Right behind that we've got Shadow and Alex, Shadow and Suma, who have been on the mediums for the whole race. It's a yellow flag in sector 1. And I don't know who it was. Alaba is still getting his wing change. He will get lapped. He will definitely get lapped. And Philippe has retired from the session. He threw it away. Philippe has lost it. There's a virtual safety car. And Martin has lost P1 against Prince. Suma is there's Shadow coming to pits now. For the hearts, he will go to the end now that he pitted. And he really had the luck of the virtual safety car coming in. And really no one could speed up. And Kuhn also in the pits now. Let's hope that the pit crew is ready for him. Shadow coming out in P10 right behind Luis, but it really helped him a lot. The pit crew was ready, I think. The DRS is enabled again, the virtual safety car is gone, and Alaba spins it again. Alaba is spun. Ooh, he kept it on the track, and there's one of the Ferraris nearly making a mistake, but he kept it on the track as Martin's still right behind Prince. He will be fighting with him. He will be fighting with him for some time now until they go into the pits. Jonas is gaining some places again. He will look to get into the points again in this race. As we've got the top 3 guys in the DRS again. And now it looks like we will have Martin attacking Prince into turn 1. Yeah, he will be taking him down the inside. And he has got past him. Martin back up into P1 for the moment as Drips goes into the pits. I was wondering why he was losing so much time on the lap, but he was trying to go into the pits. As we've got Jonas losing another place to Kuhn. Did Jonas make a mistake? No, he did not. But Kuhn on the new medium is definitely having the better tires. As Kazai gets another penalty. Kazai really not having his best race so far. As Jonas is, as Fakir is really close to Shadow at the moment, but Shadow on fresher tires as Luis is closing in on franchise. Because we've got the battle for P1 that we've been watching for some time now. Between Martin and Prince, but we've got Luis in P9. Will maybe have the chance to get back up into a better place again. Because everyone at the top is still to pit. Everyone on 10 level softs, not mediums, because you guys behind it are mediums. There's a yellow flag, and it was Jonas who was retired from the session. It looks like there will be no safety car for this, but Prince is coming into the pits. Yes, Jonas is out for the session. Michael gets another 3-second penalty. We've got Steven and Prince both in the pits now. Alex up into P2, but Martin will probably be losing some places due to the undercut. But Lewis is still in P9. There's a yellow flag somewhere. Oh, it was Alaba who retired from the session. Another retirement. And will that mean that there will be a safety car coming out? No, there also won't be a safety car for this one. It's really weird to see. We haven't had any safety cars in this race so far, even though we've had some retirements. But now Drips is right behind Prince, but Prince came out in P4 again. It is 20 seconds at the moment between Martin and Prince. I don't know how long a pit stop takes here. If anyone in the chat could tell me how long a pit stop takes. Because I'm not sure. Steven overtakes franchise and he runs wide. Does not get the place. It's Kazai stuck behind Fakteo and Kazai. And Prince and Drips closing in on Sumo, who's been on the mediums for 11 laps. He looks to go to the softs at the end, but that could be a good strategy. Steven now finally gets past franchise, as Martin is still staying out after 12 laps on the softs. Alex now coming into the pits. He will lose a lot of positions. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Ooh, it was... Yes, Suma is fighting with someone. But I don't know who the yellow flag was for, because no one spun. Alaba left the session now. As we have Suma fighting with the other guys, with Luis and We Love Gaming. Luis got 2 guys. No, Luis did not get past Suma. And I think Shadow made a mistake in sector 3. Ooh, if he did not make the mistake, he would have come out in front of Alex, but he did not. Luis really close to Suma, who's still out, but Martin 20 seconds in front of Prince. It will be the battle for P1. But Martin got that 5-second remember, Martin got that 5-second penalty that he still has to serve in the pits, so that will be very interesting to see how much time he will lose because of that. When Lewis has nearly spun it, he kept it on the track as Wheel of Gaming gets past him again. I think that's definitely the most deadly corner for Luis. He made some mistakes there already, but it's really somehow the hardest corner without traction control, it looks like. Because we've had some guys struggling there. All those guys were without traction control. Shadow's coming closer. Shadow making some mistakes, getting onto the grass again. And we've got Steven really closing in on Luis. Will he make a move down the inside? He will try to get that DRS. But Luis also got DRS as Drips is coming to the pits. And Martin is still staying out. He's losing 5/10 on the last lap, but Drips in the pits. So Suma's holding everyone up, but he will be on the fastest tires at the end of the race. So that would be very interesting to see how long he stay on them. Queen getting the fastest lap in P12, right closing in on Shadow, but Shadow's right behind Alex, making some mistakes. But Shadow has survived the race so far. We've got this four-way battle here for P3, Suma, Wheel of Gaming, Luis and Steven. As I think Wheel of Gaming will definitely be making a way for his teammate at some point. Because he does not want, I don't think he wants to hold him up, to be honest. As Luis is definitely the faster driver and he is in front of the championship right now. Making moves, Wheel of Gaming nearly attacking Suma. Down into that corner, Sleeper really getting close to Luis. Suma making a mistake, there's Wheel of Gaming now attacking him. And Luis will be able to attack both of them, they nearly touch. There is no space left in 130 R now, three guys and there's Suma braking. Luis can be happy that he did not get damaged, but Suma was afraid to fight there. And Luis now gets past Suma, now goes into the pits. Did not want to ruin this race. I mean, that was a bit unlucky to be honest that Luis was right behind him. He didn't know that Suma was going to brake, of course, but that was really unlucky. Suma now 12 laps. On softs will be the fastest guy on the track, it looks like. At least he should be the fastest guy once he comes out of the pits. He comes out in P13. Also Drips is coming from behind. He will be coming out in P13, Drips right behind him. Pressure mediums. Well, the fight for P3 is still on. Luis nearly making a mistake, but he got that penalty. Once these fights are over, I'll be looking at the penalty situation for the guys at the top. But for now, I'll be staying on him. I think Wheel of Gaming will let Luis get back up into P3 again this lap. But I think Prince is looking to get his first win this race. Martin lost second this lap. Martin is now coming into the pits. Now is the moment where everything will probably be decided. We've got Luis behind Wheel of Gaming. He's not really close enough to attack him. But Steven will be the one who will attack Luis in 130 R. No, he's staying behind him. I think Wheel of Gaming doesn't want to be the guy in front. Steven really trying to attack Luis. Nearly touches him, that's really close. Luis right behind his teammate. Martin will come out of the pits in P5 it looks like. Steven can attack Luis in P1 into turn 1. There's Martin coming out. It will be very, very close. Ooh, and Luis with Wheel of Gaming spins it in turn 1, coming out wide. He comes out in front of Kazai, who's up into P5. But the mediums are old of Kazai. But he's having that pace now. It will be a four-way battle for P2. Martin served that 5-second penalty. Now he's fighting with Luis and Steven. But it's for P2. He got the fresh tires. Out of that fighting group, Shadow coming to pits again, but out of the fighting group, Luis got the oldest tires. If Kazai can catch up, he got the oldest tires, and Fringe is not that far behind. Also on 15 lap old mediums. As I think it was Wheel of Gaming who got a penalty, who lost that place to Franchise, but he got fresher tires. But Luis needs to stay close to Martin. He's now in the Red Bull sandwich. Martin in front, Steven behind, and he gets the 3-second penalty. Yeah, that's definitely true, Philippe. I think you would have been on the podium. He definitely would have been fighting with Martin and Prince. Right now, you would probably be first or second due to the penalty of Martin. And Zai gets the 5-second penalty, and I think I know which one he got. Because I've got the same penalty last year in the race. And yeah, that's really that race penalty. If he does not pit again, that will probably get removed. It's definitely a weird penalty that he got. Because I think he got that. And yeah, Michael got the same penalty. Now it's starting to begin. Martin coming into the pits on the hards. And now will be served for him. Calvin gets the 5-second penalty too, and the same the same corner. As Kazai is coming close to Stuyven. Really close battle. As Luis will now be able to attack Martin this lap. We just have to wait for the moment that Kazai will attack Stuyven. He's not far away. When Luis really making a mistake there. His car was nearly staying sideways. I nearly thought that he would spin, but he kept it on the track. He's still really close to Martin. Will he attack him down into the final corner? Down the inside, Luis will make the move for P2. He makes it stick. He got P2 for now. As Kazai will now look to attack Stuyven into turn 1, but he's not close enough, I think. Because Stuyven also got DRS. As we've got Wheel of Gaming overtaking franchises coming into the pits. Who loses a lot of places, but now we've got P2 to P5 inside 1 second. Really close here. These guys, as Luis is really gaining on Prince, and maybe Prince doesn't speed up. There will be fight for P1 at some point, as Calvin gets the 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think that won't be served anymore. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Must have been Michael. Oh no, it was Calvin. He decided to give up. Oh, there's Wheel of Gaming making another mistake. Wheel of Gaming made another mistake and he has lost another place. As now Lewis is pulling away. Lewis is getting faster, and that will be, maybe if Lewis can catch Prince at some point, there will be fight for P1. But now Kazai is stuck behind the guys behind that. Can Leonard keep his hearts to the end here? If we go by Singapore, he will definitely make it to the end. Stuyven is right behind Martin. Martin not on the pace so far on the mediums. He's out of DRS of Luis. So Luis will pull away only 5.5 seconds. He gained 1 second in the lap only. Stuyven up into P3. And now Martin will try to keep Kazai behind. But for now, the Red Bull's coming close here. Nearly touching, but Stuyven will stay in front as Luis is slowly catching him. 5.1 seconds, he was 6.6 seconds behind him last lap. 4.8 now. Prince is not on the pace so far in the mediums. Luis is really starting to catch up to him, and there will be a battle for P1 if it goes on like this. 4.7. Once it will. Ooh, there's Martin getting overtaken by Kazai. Now Kazai will look to get closer to the guys at the top. Will look to get back onto the podium again. I think he would have been there without crashes. Ooh, there is a mistake made by, I think it was Franchise on the softs. Pushing hard, making that mistake. We've got Drips right behind Suma. We've got Alex Kühne, Wheel of Gaming fighting for P7. We've got a lot of fights on the track right now. As we've got Kazai right behind Stuyven. And Luis is nearly 4 seconds. 4.1, he's 4 seconds behind Prince. He gained 2 seconds over the last 2 laps. He will be there in lap 24 if it goes on. Kazai going down the inside into turn 1. He made that move stick. Going past Kazai, Wheel of Gaming in the pits again. Maybe he needs to change his front wing. Or he will go for the fastest lap, maybe. We don't know yet. He drops out of the points for now. Martin's right behind Stuyven, but they're losing time. And Luis will catch Prince. There's no way he won't catch him. The only way that he will not be able to catch him is if he makes a mistake. The Red Bulls are still really close at the moment. We've got Suma right behind Drips. Facteo getting a penalty. Who's still on the hard side now. He's trying to stay out to the end. He's trying to stay out to the end and tries to get that P6, but Green is really closing in. 10 lap old mediums will make it to the end, probably. Kazai gets another 3-second time penalty, and Kazai is getting a lot of penalties so far in this race. Even he is human, he can make mistakes too. As Louis is 3 seconds behind Prince, he will be catching him by lap 23 right now. 2.9, and you can see Louis coming from behind already when you watch Prince. View. 2.7 seconds, and Kazai is losing time to Louis. Louis has really been consistent, and he's been fast enough to stay with the top guys. To stay with, even with Kazai in most of the times, and he's really looking good to win this race so far. Kazai are really coming closer as Louis is really, he's been training a lot. I know that, but it really takes a lot of training to master having no traction control, but even though he has made some mistakes in turn, I think it is 9 or something. It is turn 9, he has made some mistakes there, but he's still 2.3 seconds behind Prince, and he will be able to catch him in the next 2 laps. If not even the next lap. He's really getting the maximum out of these tires. But one thing that we need to look at too is Louis got 3 lap older tires, because I got the oldest tires at the top. But who will get the drivers to the maximum? There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Ooh, it was Drips who spun. There was a collision between Suma and Drips. And they both got damaged. Suma's lost his whole front wing. Drips got some minor damage to his right end plate. There's a virtual safety car that is saving Prince for now, but maybe Louis can even get closer to him under the VSC. 1.5 seconds between those guys. Louis will catch Prince by the end of this lap. Coming into lap 22, as Kazai is losing a lot of time to the guys in front. 3.4 seconds already. And I think there are going to be a lot of things that are going to be talked about between Drips and Suma after this race due to this incident. As Louis has lost some time. 2.4 seconds. He's really pushing hard at the beginning of the virtual safety car. It looks like the virtual safety car is ending because they're going back up to speed. Ooh, it's 1.5 seconds. No, DRS is enabled and Louis is in the DRS of Prince. He will get that P1 sooner or later. But 0.5 of a second between P1 and P2. Will Prince go all out for that P1 now, or will he just do nothing against it? And Drips is staying out. Suma and P13 in the pits going for softs again, but we have Louis. But that's really not what matters right now. We've got Martin still close. Ooh, still close to Siban, but Kazai is closing in on Louis. 1.4 seconds. Could there maybe be that battle between Kazai and Louis? But Kazai got 16 lap old mediums. I don't think he will be able to do anything. But what also impresses me is that Facteo, 20 lap old hard, still staying in P6. He's giving us another 3-second penalty. But Louis, now first time that he will get DRS from Prince. That will definitely help him a lot to get closer to him. 6 tenths. Will he get into 4 tenths for the first time ever in this race? 5 tenths between them. But he has been the faster driver for the last 6 laps for the whole race. Probably 2. Without the mistakes, would get past him, and Queen and Facteo. Ooh, Facteo spun around in turn 1. Was there contact? I don't think so. I think he just spun it, but maybe we'll hear something from the drivers after the race. And we'll be updating everyone on that after the race. What will happen? So we've got Martin in P5. Really still close, and Kazai is in the DRS now. Kazai will be fighting with Prince and Louis for that P1 on 17 lap old mediums. Kasai really getting everything that the mediums got in them still out of it. But it will be close. Will be able to get the tires to the end. Who is now right behind Prince. Trying to go down the inside. Getting a 5-second penalty for exceeded track limits. If that was the penalty that I was speaking out, as Luis nearly spins it. He can stay on the track as Kasai gets past him. And both guys got a lot of penalties. I don't know who the first guy was who got the 5-second penalty. I think it was Kasai. So both of these guys could maybe get it one removed, and there's Suma spinning. Suma spun it again in turn 9. He lost it. Now got that freeway battle for P1. Prince, Kasai, and Luis. They're all in 7/10 of a second right now. And Prince really got a lot of pressure on him right now to keep P1, but I don't know how many penalties these guys got. We're trying to look at that. And in time, as Kasai does not make a move down the inside on Prince. So right now, these guys, I will quickly look at it. We've got Prince with 1 penalty, but he hasn't got a warning since. We've got Kasai with 3 penalties and that 5-second penalty that will probably get removed. Luis got 1 penalty plus that 5-second penalty that will probably get removed because that penalty is really stupid. Will either be Martin will probably have to have a shot at the podium, but I think Prince will still win it right now. Because Martin always ran without penalties. I think Steven got some penalties too. But Prince needs to finish at least 3 seconds behind Luis to get that win, and 6 seconds behind Kasai. Kasai trying to go around the outside into turn 1, and he has got the move done, but penalties will put him into P3 right now. Prince going onto the grass, and no one will attack in sector 1, I think. So we've got 2 penalties for Luis, I think. No, we've got 1 penalty for Luis, so he could even be up there. It's 1 versus 1 for Luis and Prince. Kasai got 3 penalties plus the 5 seconds. Stevan got 2 penalties, and we've got Martin. Got 1 5-second penalty that he served in the pits, but it will be very close to see who will get which place. Martin will maybe get onto the podium. I mean, as of right now, I think he would get onto the podium. I need to look at it. So he's 7 seconds behind Kasai. He would be getting onto the podium right now due to penalties of Steven and Prince and Luis, I think. But let's see, we have to wait. Look for Stewart's decisions. There is Shadow making a mistake. He spun around, losing places, and he Wheel of Gaming also in the wall. Did they make contact? It looks like it. As these guys at the top are really close. Are still really close, but Martin still looking to take podium with the penalties. Oh no, Martin is currently 7.1 seconds behind. If he loses 2 more seconds, he is out of the podium contention, but for the moment he's still there. Simon needs to help him to get back onto the podium again. They definitely need to do it together, because Martin alone won't be able to get there. As Prince is out of DRS, now Kasai will be able to push. And I think... Oh, Luis has spun it! Luis is out of the podium race, I think. There's now Martin and Simon coming from behind. Luis got damaged. And that definitely puts Martin into a podium place. Let's pass Luis. Luis made that mistake on... Oh, he made it on the worst time possible. Grips gets another 3-second penalty. But I think Luis just needs to continue to the end. 1 pit stop doesn't make it better for him right now if he pits. That really changes everything. Martin 7.4 seconds behind P1. As it looks like Prince will win his first ever OSRL F1 race. Simon will come home in P4. Martin will get P3 as of right now. And Prince needs to stay within 6 seconds of Kazai. We need to look at where everyone will drop down with the penalties after the race. Because the 5-second penalties are probably getting removed. But I'm not sure. I'll need to talk to everyone about that. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. It was... No, it was, to be honest. I think it maybe was Luis again who made a mistake. I'm not sure. Or it was Suma, I don't know. Oh no, Suma's not even driving right now. Michael overtook Wheel of Gaming now. Up into P11. But Prince, as Kazai is going. Ooh, there's... Yellow flag in Sector 3, who was it? Ooh, there's Wheel of Gaming. I think Wheel of Gaming made another mistake. He's fighting with Shadow Neil, pushing him off the track. As we've got Kazai now coming home. Ooh, there's a yellow flag and there's Wheel of Gaming in the wall in Shadow. Wheel of Gaming retired from the session. As Wheel of Gaming, as Shadow up into P12 and Wheel of Gaming retires from the session. And now Kazai coming down over the line, but he won't win the race. 21 lap out mediums, but it is Prince who will take his first ever OSRL F1 victory. With Steiben taking P2 for now, and Martin taking P2 in this race. But as of right now, I think Kazai will... Luis gets that 5-second penalty. So if the 5-second penalties get removed, I think Kazai will finish 3rd, Steiben will finish 4th, and Luis will finish in P5. Switching places with Queen. If the penalties get removed, we'll be looking at, but Grips also got that 5-second penalty. But that doesn't matter, to be honest. We've got Shadow Michael, the last two guys on their races right now on the track. But Michael now coming home in P11, no points for him. As we can see it again, Prince coming home in P1, Martin in P2, right now Steiben in P3, but with the 5-second penalty of Kazai, they will probably get removed. He will be back on the podium. Then we have Queen in P5, also Luis penalty will maybe get removed. He will be up in P5 if that happens. We've got Alex in P7, 6 points for Ferrari, 4 points for Rosso next to Prince, 25 points. For Francis, then we've got Facteo in P9, Drips in P10, Michael in P11, Shadow in P12, then we've got Wheel of Gaming, Suma, Calvin, Jonas, Alaba and Philippe, all of these guys not finishing in this race. And yeah, it was really an exciting one, with one of the weirdest starts I've seen in a long time. But we are going to be back for this race, for the G2 race this evening in Germany, and I hope to see a lot of you guys there. Of course, there will be Steiber next to me. I don't think I'll quickly be asking anyone if they want to make some interviews after the race. So I'll be inviting every one of them. We'll get the Prince, Martin, and so on, joining us for post-race interviews. First time that we'll do that so far. Hello,
Yo.
mate.
Not Grand Prix, that one. Oh,
Just wait
that's
for,
what I really need after that bad luck.
yeah.
So,
I'll just wait for Prince to join, and then
how? Not.
start talking.
So we have a different winner here. Honda 123. Insane. Yeah. Coming back with my accident with Kazai. Yeah, his car was like half second behind me on my screen, so I defended the inside, and all of a sudden I saw his car ghost and hit the wall.
I mean, I saw it. I saw it too because I've had your stream open. That's why I was so
I 100%
I mean-
didn't mean to swipe over, so let me get that.
I mean, on my in my stream, you can definitely see that that Lewis was ghosting in front of you, and then on your stream, Kazai ghosted into you or something.
Yeah, and then he hit the wall or something.
Yeah,
so
that was really weird. One thing that I would really like to know is what happened at the start, because I really didn't see what happened there, because
I didn't see it as well.
yeah,
So
it was
I had
just
a pretty bad start from P10, and then Michael tried to pass me, he couldn't. Then I just saw carnage with Kuhn. I couldn't see it properly, but I saw definitely Kuhn crash into someone. That's about it, really.
yeah. I mean, I didn't see it. I just saw that there were, I think it was Facteo and Kuhn's,
I have a clip of
crashing.
it. So I clipped it. So Joe, I think he loses the back end, and he hits Facteo Racing.
And then he had seen. Yeah, I didn't really see it. I just saw that Jonas was. I think Jonas had a pretty bad start, to be honest.
Yeah.
A pretty bad race too. But now that all of you guys joined, thank you for joining me for the post-race interviews. Thank you for taking your time out of the day.
Yeah, no worries.
And first of all, I want to start with Brain. Congrats on your first win in the OSRL after you
Thank you.
Yeah,
P2 in
congrats,
Hungary.
man. Well done. Well done.
What that was
Thank you.
really a great race. But
Yeah,
what are you thinking about your race so far? About your race
I
today?
mean, I had a bad start from the get-go, but because I saw someone jump starting and then I don't know, I just got a bad start. But then everyone crashed. I think it was Kuhn crashing and someone else didn't even see it. Just thought get up there, and then the virtual safety car got deployed. Stayed in my position, and I honestly don't even remember the first laps. I don't know. I was just so concentrated, and I saw it was pretty high up because many people were
Crashing out.
had crashed. So just took the opportunities when I could, and
Wait,
yeah.
can I just say so? How sweaty was it having two top 3 drivers behind you for like 10
I have
5
to
laps?
change all of my clothes now. All of it. That was crazy. I knew they would catch me, but I knew that because we had penalty, so I just tried staying within the 6 seconds of him, and I did that. I don't know if he was trying to help me or anything, but yeah, I don't even know what to say, honestly. That was crazy.
Yeah, mental.
And my best qualifying, and I didn't expect that because one of my worst tracks actually, I thought.
But I thought the same, to be honest, but I was pretty confident coming into the race, so I think good actually. I'm gonna try my best and see. and that outspinker wasn't such effective as it probably should have and could have been. So I'll take that. Yeah, it was a crazy race. I didn't expect to be so high up. The pace was very good in the race compared to my qualifying.
Yeah.
And yeah, but you guys were just too quick. I just could not close up to you guys. Like, you were doing 32s consistently. I was just 33 slows. That was doing every time. So
I'll just ask Martin the next question. And why were you staying out for so long on the softs?
Yeah, because I got a 5-second penalty at the start. So I thought if I stayed out, maybe there would be a virtual safety car. Because if there's a virtual safety, you can't serve your penalty, right? Is that correct?
I don't know, to be honest, because I haven't done it yet. I haven't had.
That was my thinking. So if I waited until a virtual safety car, I wouldn't have to serve my penalty, because my penalty was I would have gotten it removed anyway.
Yeah, you got a penalty for nothing, to be honest. So.
But then I had to pit in the end because my tires were 2-1.
Yeah. You can serve. That's what Philippe said in the chat.
I'm just gonna say, like, I was surprised by the people pitting so early for medium tires. I was still doing green laps on lap, was it 11? And then that lap, it fell off, but I
was pitting so early. I think it was Luis.
Luis, like lap 7, lap 6.
It was Luis and Philippe. Both pitted in lap 8, I think, for the medium tires.
Yeah, and I stretched it like double the amount, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, GG. Cheers, We Love Gaming. The GGs. Okay, no in hell I didn't expect this to happen, so...
I mean, since I think We Love Gaming is in your chat right now, I really want to know what happened with We Love Gaming and Shadow in the last lap. Because they crashed in turn 1, I think, and I didn't see it, because I was trying to stay on Kazai for the last meters of the race. But then I saw that there was a yellow flag in turn 1, and We Love Gaming was out of the race and touched with Shadow. I don't know, I didn't see it because I think there were a lot of crashes that are going to be reported after this race. Because I think there was something with Drips and Suma at some point, and there were so many crashes, even at the start in turn 1 sometimes. But I think what I didn't really see before that was that, I mean, overtakes around the outside going into turn 1. I think we've had so many of them. I think, like, did anyone of you do overtake around the outside in turn 1? Saw one.
I went down the inside, I think. I think that was about it. Wait, can I just come back with the strategy of Martin, why he stayed out so long? Because both alphas were stuck behind Suma in P4 and he was really slowing down, and that's why I allowed to catch up to them as well. So I said to Martin, look, if you feel comfortable in these tires, just stay out. Both alphas getting held up, so you might as well stay out, and he literally rejoined just ahead of us. So yeah, it was nuts. And then with what was it? What were you talking about? I forgot a bit about it. Yeah,
I'm changing topic again.
Go on.
Because I'm quoting here, when initiated during a race, no car may enter the pits whilst the VSC procedure is in use unless it is for the purpose of changing tires. So that was my thinking. So I thought if there was a VSC, you couldn't set a penalty. But I don't know if that's in the game or not.
I think I'm gonna do my overtake on the week on Joe. I went down the inside of 130R and we went side by side through that turn.
Yeah.
I did with Luis as well. So,
that was really close. I think once Suma braked. I think Suma was fighting with We Love Gaming and Luis, and Suma was suddenly braking. I think you were behind them. I think in that.
Yeah.
You were really close, and then
I apologize to Kazai because I didn't mean to like that to happen. So but yeah, Martin definitely got screwed a bit because that didn't make any sense why he got a penalty.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the reason yet why you can't remove a penalty when you already served it. Why is that?
Because
yeah.
It's not really like you've served the penalty. Like if you serve it, you can't just take it away again. Like
I still don't see why that makes sense. Cause
Yeah, that makes
you're
no
still
sense.
in the pits, and why can't you just remove the side 5 seconds?
Yeah, that makes no sense in my opinion.
I don't really mind as long as it's consistent. You haven't removed already served penalties so far, so you might as well.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I
we'll
think
look into
for
it.
that reason it really depends like what the type of penalty is. Really.
Float couldn't serve the penalty in Russia. I think no one served the penalty in Russia, the 5-second penalties that they got at the end of the race. When they
No, at the
yeah,
end, no
yeah.
one did. No one did.
Yeah.
He
So
didn't.
everyone's 5-second penalty got removed there.
Yeah, I think honestly that reason it should be decided on how.
Yeah,
bad the
couldn't serve one and
incident is.
didn't serve another one. So I think we are going to what was it? What's the next race? I think it's Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico's next. What are your thoughts on that track on Friday?
Oh, I love that track. To be honest, it's a great track for me. So should be doing really well. The track limits, of course, are massive issues. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Last season I finished P8, I think. I tried the one stop, it just didn't work out. But yeah, it's a fun track to drive.
Yeah, I agree. Fun track, but I don't have much experience on all of the tracks because I'm fairly new to league racing, but I like it.
And to be winning today is absolutely nuts. Red Bull dominating Japan headlines.
Yep.
We love to see it. Hope you're watching, Christian Horner. You bet you're proud.
Sign one of the 3 guys to your Red Bull esports team.
Definitely.
I'm sending the clip now because I had a front view see of the crash.
Yeah.
Red Bull
dog.
dominated like Brazil last year. Definitely.
But I think for now we'll end the stream for Tier 1.
I'm buzzing. Come on.
We'll be moving on to Germany in Tier 2 this evening. Simon will join me as always
Yes.
in the commentary
we love to
box.
see it.
And I think it will be another great race that we'll see today.
For sure. I'm looking forward to it. Tier 2 is always excited to watch. So hopefully the drivers will put up a great show tonight.
Yeah, Germany is always a great track where great races are happening. I think maybe we can have a race happen in Tier 2 this time, not like we had in Tier 1, where it didn't really work well, to be honest. But I think in Tier 2 everything will work well. We'll see a lot of great battles, but yeah. We'll be ending the stream for now. We'll be back in 3.5 hours. I hope everyone in the chat joins us again for that stream. And until that, have a great day and bye.